Business in the 217 with Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk. And every Wednesday, we talk with Michelle Ownbey from the Springfield Business Journal. Thanks for taking time with us, Michelle. How are you?
Good morning, Greg. Doing well?
Good morning. All right, so let's get right into it. A lot of different changing of hands, so to speak, going on with some practices. But I want to start with a new coffee house. Tell us about this.
Right. Everybody loves their coffee. And we touched on this not so long ago, actually. Their construction seemed to go pretty smoothly. But Aviatori Coffeehouse officially opened on Monday. They're on North Logan. This is that historic house that Tony Leone had started renovating a few years back, and he was originally going to open up a little cafe and coffee house. Of course, Tony passed away, and then Joe and Juliana Coppick purchased the property from his estate, did some remodeling of their own, made it more of an aviation theme since they are both pilots by trade. They actually live in the Havana area. And for the moment, they're commuting to Springfield. But Juliana is from Brazil, and the area where her family grew up is actually known for its coffee. So they already had an online business wholesaling coffee around the country that they import from this particular area of Brazil. And now they've brought it to Springfield along with some of her Brazilian baked goods, from what I hear. So have to stop by and check that out.
Yeah, it sounds like a unique experience that I love all the different types of flavors that Springfield offers. This is going to add to that wonderful variety that we have here in the capital city. Talking with Michelle Ownbey, the publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, here with Springfield's News and Talk. Let's talk about a couple of different practices that are changing hands. And in particular, a financial planning service is transferring from one owner to another.
Yes, this is a big one. Steve Koch has sold his financial planning practice. He's certainly a very well-known name around town, not only for his financial planning practice, but he's got a lot of community involvement with Habitat for Humanity and different nonprofits in town. And, he said this has been in the works for a while. Of course, as a planner, this is exactly what he counsels his clients to do, is to have a plan and work towards it. So Steve's actually worked for the same company since he started out. The corporate companies changed names a few times, but it's essentially been the same business all along. And a few years ago, he changed the name of his particular practice to Koch, Sylvia and Associates to reflect Jennifer Sylvia becoming a partner with him. And she is now taking over the practice. So he said the good news is that his clients are already familiar with her and the other financial planner and staff. That's all staying the same. Location is staying the same. Steve's just going to spend a little bit more time traveling and pursuing his hobbies. So there's a retirement party coming up for him the first week of June.
It's good to know that a financial planner is making the appropriate plans to where he can have his clients comfortable with people who are going to be taking over the operation so he can plan to get out there and take in some retirement activities. So thumbs up on that. Another practice is switching hands, and this one dealing with dental health. Tell us about that.
Yes, so Dr. William Putman has returned to Springfield along with his fiancé, Dr. Taylor Johnson, and they have purchased the dental practice from Dr. Robert Burris. It's been located over on Clocktower Drive for almost 30 years now, and again, it's going to stay in the same location. They've kept all the same staff on board, even added a couple new staff members, so that's a plus. But when I talked with Dr. Putman the other day, he mentioned that they had been, he was here in Springfield earlier. He worked here for a few years for Rankin Dentistry before moving to Minnesota. And he said he and his fiance were living north of the Twin Cities, spending a lot of time in their car, not only commuting to work, but even for leisure activities. They kind of decided they wanted to get away from the hubbub of the big city and come to Springfield. So good news for those people who think that young people never want to stick around. So they had the opportunity to purchase Dr. Burris's practice, and that seems to be working out well. So just took that over last month.
Very good stuff. Things you'll see each and every week in the Springfield Business Journal. And we love connecting with Michelle Ownbey, the publisher of the SBJ, here on Springfield's Morning News with Business in the 217. Michelle, let's take one brief moment here to reflect upon several years worth of best places to work. There's a whole bunch of them right here in Central Illinois. What do you guys got going on?
Yes, so this is an exciting one. I feel like we've come full circle because back on March 20th, 2020, a date which will live in infamy, we were supposed to be holding our Best Places to Work annual event. That did not happen, of course. That was our first event that had to be canceled due to the COVID shutdowns, and it has not happened for a couple of years. So we have 3 years worth of winners to recognize from 2020, 2021, and now the current batch from this year. A lot of great businesses and organizations, and United Community Bank is the sponsor for that event. So Thursday evening, they'll be holding a reception and award ceremony at their headquarters there on Montvale Drive. It is open to the public, the business community. People are welcome to attend, and I'm sure you'll know at least several of these companies that are being recognized. So we are glad to be able to officially honor them in this way after a long wait.
SpringfieldBusinessJournal.com, where you can go and subscribe to get Biz Bites and also subscribe to get the physical copy of the Springfield Business Journal. Always enjoy connecting with Michelle Ownbey, the publisher of the SBJ, here with WMAY. Michelle, have a great day.
All right. Thanks, Craig.